Good evening, cricket lovers. Welcome to the fan code Emirates D10 2024, powered by 7 districts. We are in for a cracker of a contest where Team Abu Dhabi will be taking on Team Fujairah. Remember, they've had a wonderful outing yesterday. They won 2 of 2 matches. Team Abu Dhabi and Fujairah are yet to find a win. This is match number 10. Let's head down straight to the center where my co-commentator Samir Yunus is with both the captains and the match referee for the all-important toss.
Just like this format, the games are coming thick and fast here in the fan code Emirates D10 2024 powered by 7 District. We've got the next game coming up and we're all set for the toss. Abu Dhabi taking on Fujairah. I've got Ali Abid of Abu Dhabi and of course Azharuddin Qureshi of Fujairah. And as always, I have a present match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, watching over the proceedings. Who is going to flip the coin, sir? It's going to be Ali Abid. Heads is the call.
It is still.
Ali won the toss. What is the plan and why is that?
हम पहले बॉलिंग करेंगे.
वजह क्या है उसकी?
वजह यही है कि कोशिश करेंगे उनको 100 से कम आउट करें, फिर उसको चेज करेंगे.
वैसे टूर्नामेंट बहुत अच्छा रहा है आपके लिए. 2 मैच जीते हो, 2 खेल के. राज क्या रहा है और इससे भी अच्छा अगर कुछ ऐसी चीज़ें आप करना चाहेंगे कि और इम्प्रूव करना है तो वो क्या चीज़ें हैं?
हमारे पास माशाल्लाह सब प्लेयर्स अच्छे हैं क्योंकि कॉन्फिडेंस भी है सबको और फॉर्म में भी है, तो यही कोशिश करेंगे इसको कंटिन्यू करें तो इंशाल्लाह जीतेंगे.
कंडीशंस कैसे रहेंगे? अब तो आपको बैटिंग फ्रेंडली रहे हैं, उस ऐसी कुछ चीज़ें हैं जो आप और भी अच्छा देखना चाहेंगे कंडीशंस में?
जी बिल्कुल, शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट है, आपको पता है 1 ओवर में गेम चेंज हो जाती है, तो कोशिश करेंगे अच्छा फिनिश करें आज.
ऑल द बेस्ट, गो वेल.
थैंक यू.
Azhar, you didn't get your wish, but what was your plan anyway?
Yeah, we wanted to bat first. To be very honest, that looking at the first match, they scored 100 plus, and so we thought of batting first because there is no dew gonna come into play. So definitely, we wanted to bat first.
You've got your wish.
Yes.
What is the plan now that you're gonna bat first? Given the conditions, even 124 was almost chased down now. You've got a target in your mind?
No, not keeping any target in mind. Just that anything above three figure mark is defendable.
And what has troubled Fujairah this time? I know you had a very good T20 format, the 50-over format, but just this format, 2 games, 2 losses, where are things going wrong for you?
I think the last game you saw that the fielding was very poor from our side, that including me, and I think dropping catches of a player like Wasim, that it doesn't justify. So we batted well, we scored 118, and then we were bowling well. So if we don't drop catches, we get the wickets, yeah, and then the bowler were bowling fantastic. So I'm backing my batsmen, I'm backing my bowlers. So it's just that once we click with the fielding, then it's going to be all right for us.
I wish you well, then go well. Hopefully you get your first win soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
Well, that was handsome-looking Samir Yunus, fit and fine out at the center with both the captains. Let's have a look at the squads. Talking about Team Fujairah, Adib Usmani, Afaq Shahid, Ashwant Waltappa, Azharuddin Qureshi, Matiullah Khan, Mayank Chaudhary. Talk about those names. Mohammad Shadad, Sabir Ali, Shazeb Khan, Tanish Suri, and Wahab Hassan, the destructive left-arm spinner. And for Team Abu Dhabi, it will be Abdullah Kiani, Ali Abid, Alishan Sharfu, Basil Hamid, Ibrar Shah, Kamran Atta, Mohammad Nadeem, Mohammad Qasim, Rohan Mustafa, Uzair Khan and Zia Mukhtar. On paper, Team Abu Dhabi looks absolutely dangerous and destructive, but equally Fujairah definitely have that firepower. Talk about Adib Usmani, what a tournament he's had. He's played a wonderful D50 and yet again continuing that good form from the D50. And after finishing the toss responsibilities, joining me in is Samir. Samir, you were looking absolutely fit out at the center. What is the secret to this?
Thank you very much, Rizwan. I'm a little surprised by so much praise coming my way, but well, the secret is come and play a lot of cricket and watch a lot of cricket and follow this game that we love so much. And I think that helps you.
Well, I do play a lot of cricket. I do watch a lot of cricket, but this tummy, it doesn't go.
Well, Azharuddin Qureshi, who I was speaking to just now at the toss, is the strength and conditioning coach for UAE. So maybe we should both have a chat with him at the end of this game. But look, Abu Dhabi, you said they're strong on paper. There's one, they've been in good form as well. Played 2, won 2. I think they're finally, after that 50-over format, they seem to have found their mojo in this format, which seems to be suited to them. Some of the big names, Rohan Mustafa at the top, Alishan Sharifu right there. And Fujairah, on the other hand, despite being champions of that 50-over format, have struggled to come to the party in this format. Played 2, lost 2. So it is definitely a top order versus a bottom order clash here. And I think Fujairah have a lot to play to get their first points on the table.
It's to do with the format of the game as well, isn't it, Samir? When you're playing a longer format of the game, you've got to come in and adjust to a shorter format of the game as quickly as possible. And Team Abu Dhabi have played a lot of shorter formats of the game, and no wonder why they're performing extremely well out there. But with the likes of Mayank Chaudhary, talk about Adib Usmani, they do have that firepower. They've got the starts they've wanted. It's just that they could not capitalize onto them.
Yeah, they even scored 118 in one game and could not defend it. If I'm not wrong, Fujairah. So it's certainly not a case of lack of skill or talent. It's just things haven't gone their way. Execution-wise, they've fallen short. The umpire calls play, and we're all set here for yet another encounter of the Emirates D10 here in 7 District Stadium. And immediately, a bit of a hold-up. The batter getting disturbed by something behind the bowler's arm, and he'll have to be reloaded. Mayank Chaudhary was in good form, wasn't in the 50-over format, but here he struggled in the T10 format.
He did get the start, it's just that he could not cash onto it from there onwards. You can see a bit of wind out there. The temperature is about 34 degrees. A little bit still hot out there, but that wind movement will give a little bit of benefit to the bowlers out at the center.
Starts off with the full toss. Very, very loose delivery. Mayank Chaudhary can't ask for a better delivery to get bat on ball and get off the mark with a boundary.
That was wayward first up from the bowler, and all he had to do is get his sweet connection, and that vacant area is what he always eyes for, and Mayank Chaudhary gets off the mark in style with the boundary.
Azia not getting his line right. First ball, so important in these 2 overs that you get in this format. You've got to be as accurate as possible. Not much time to come back into the game. That's much better. Nicely behind that. But they'll manage to get that quick single. So a steady start for Fujairah.
Good stuff. After getting that boundary, just milking that single, Mayank Chaudhary. Both these batters, another prolific batter. Tanish Suri usually is known for the longer formats of the game, but he's played extremely well in the previous outing. He's got that responsibility on his shoulders and will capitalize the power play. It'll be interesting to see what they would be eyeing for. Anything over 125 or 130 is considered to be a decent total, Samir.
Yeah, it has been quite batting friendly over here. We saw even in the previous game, 124. Almost getting there, Dubai. Nice and full outside off, and this time stylishly. Didn't look to hit it too hard, Tanish Suri. He's just caressed it, and it may have just been pulled in. Bit of thick grass towards the offside of the batter. Yeah, and I think it won't go to the boundary. Nevertheless, a good-looking shot from Tanish.
Carved, and this is what is known for a proper textbook shot. And he's one such batter whom you would love to watch all day and all night long. Just didn't get that boundary there, but he'll be pretty much satisfied that it came off the middle of the bat.
This time much more sweeter. Straight to the hands though. Been a misfield by Uzair Khan. I'll get a single off that delivery. Reminds me a lot of young Pathum Nisanka from Sri Lanka. Similar kind of stature, similar kind of stance, and the shots he plays too, very similar to him.
And I think it's the height factor as well. Almost similar. You're absolutely spot on, Samir. But I've seen him play in the domestic circuit. Not much though. But then few matches that I've called games out for Tanish Suri. But he's a wonderful batter for sure.
Looking to pick that up over the leg side, and the finger has been raised. Well, Mayank was looking for the ball, but Zia was asking for the wicket, and Zia's got his wish. Nice and straight, hitting him on the pad. The umpire says, yep, that's going on to hit the stumps.
Was trying to play across the line that was quicker and right on the money. It would have definitely hit the leg stump. He took a bit of time there, umpire, but in the end, the right decision was made, and Mayank will have to depart. The first wicket for Team Fujairah, and he scores 5 of 3 deliveries, courtesy some wonderful bowling from Zia, and Fujairah are 8 for 1.
New man in for Fujairah is Afaq. First wicket down. Zia with the breakthrough for Abu Dhabi. They've been a team in form, the men in yellow. It's another good start for them with the ball in hand. Good first ball to the new man in, and a successful over comes to an end from Zia. Got it for a boundary of the first ball, but he's come back very nicely to pick up a wicket and end the over on 8 for 1.
Sir. Thank you, sir.
Talking about young talent on display here in these D series, this is what the purpose of the tournament is, isn't it? Ibrahim Ahmed, another very fine prospect. Express fast bowler, has been impressive in the last few seasons. Gets a go here for Abu Dhabi as well. He will be quick, he will be nice and straight. That's what you get from Ibrahim Ahmed. Oh, beautiful. Tanish Suri has played a fine shot here. Full in length, just outside off. And what a beautiful looking drive from the youngster.
Not the way he would have ideally wanted to start the bowling. Ibrahim Ahmed, one in the slot, carved to perfection towards the deep point region. And Ibrahim Ahmed is one such bowler who wants to take the challenge heads on. And Tanish Suri, what a class act he is.
They thrive on that front foot delivery. These technically correct batters, but nothing technically correct about that, but all classy. Flicking that almost off his pads, over mid-on. Get a couple of runs as well. So very stylish looking Tanish Suri is up and running here. It's nice to see, isn't it, even in this format, good shots having value in them.
Clean striker of the ball. What I love about the batting of Tanish Suri is the timing that he gets right. More often than not, does not go for the glory shot. Takes initially a bit of time, but once he gets settled in, he finds the groove. Yet again, short pitch and clears the inner circle. The fielder was not at the edge of the circle. Had he been there, that would have been wicket number 2.
Shorter delivery on that occasion from Ibrahim Ahmed. Pulled away very nicely. Had to go aerial to get the boundary. And he executed it to perfection. Couple of boundaries in this over already. Fujairah up and running. Oh, that's very well bowled. That's the length you want to be on. When you're getting that bit of assistance, get the batter to come forward and drive. And that's when those edges will be taken by the keeper.
That was a peach of a delivery. I thought for a second there was an outside edge. It's that the way he's actually swinged that ball away from the fourth stick channel, Ibrar. Under pressure, 2 boundaries in that over and a couple of runs, 10 runs already conceded. And Tanish is looking optimistic. 13 of 6 for him. He's taken that responsibility after the departure of Mayank Chowdhury. Afaq also is a wonderful batter. Goes big and goes handsome in the slot and deposited in the stands.
And to make matters worse, it's a no ball as well. Overstepped by Ibrahim Ahmed. But what a good looking shot. Tanish Suri. We've been building him up as one of those technically sound cricketers, but he's scored the 100th sixer of the tournament. Oh, what a shot. He's just picked that up and middled it, absolutely middled it. But Ibrahim Ahmed didn't land in the middle of that line. He landed ahead of that line, far, far ahead of that line. And the punishment will be meted out, not just in form of that sixer, but also a free hit to follow. First maximum of the innings off the bat of Tanish Suri.
Wow, absolute wonderful stuff from Tanish. And full marks to the umpire as well. He spotted that brilliantly.
Yeah, humid conditions can lose concentration, but he's certainly up and awake. Slower delivery, but how far has this gone? Very, very far. Tanish Suri is showing us that he's got two sides to his game. He can drive you graciously and he can hit you very, very hard.
This is outstanding. This is out of the world. Class and magnificence personified. Tanish Suri at his best. He likes that pace on offer and is dealing in boundaries and maximums there.
Well, he's played at the highest level for UAE, represented them, so obviously has a bit of experience as well. I'm sure must have spent a lot of time with the likes of Wasim, Asif Khan in the camp, so they must have taught him a thing or two about power hitting as well.
Oh, absolutely. Especially when you have Mohammad Wasim in the team. An outside edge. Everything going Tanish Suri way. In the slip cordon and away from the slip fielder.
Fortune favors the brave, they say. Tanish has been brave with his shots. This one, not so convincing, takes the outside edge, and when you get hit for a couple of sixers, you don't place slip fielders, that's for sure. End of 2 overs for Fujairah. Off to a good start, 35 for 1.
Well, end of over number 2, 35 for 1, and then not taking the floating power play. I thought for a second when you got those runs on board, when the ball is new, you might as well opt for the power play, but they decide the other way around. And in comes spinner for the first time, Abdullah for Team Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, Afaq, who's just faced 1 ball so far, will be on strike. Would have liked to see a slip in place, try and pick up an early wicket. But not by bowling short like that. Nicely cut away from the fielder. There is some protection on the offside. So Afaq will get his first run, open his account. Now then, Tanish Suri on strike. How does he go about things? He's got the start. He's up against a spinner here, a left-arm spinner. Interesting to see his approach from here on.
Well, I'm not quite sure about the nod of the head from Tanish Suri. Is it the helmet that is causing a bit of trouble for him? We'll have to wait and watch. I've seen it multiple number of times. He gets a single on that occasion.
Maybe it's one of those rituals that a lot of batters have. They do a few things before they take that stance.
Possibly, yes.
I remember growing up watching someone like Sanat. He'd do a million things before he'd start taking his stance, and that can annoy bowlers as well. I'll tell you more about it after this ball. Abdullah has been on the shorter side. Luckily for him, they haven't been able to get away. Yeah, I remember Zanat, he would adjust his helmet, then correct his pads, and then touch his box, and then make sure his thigh guard is on the right side, and then he'll adjust his gloves. You have to wait an eternity as a bowler before you can actually start bowling. Doesn't allow you the time to run in and get through those overs quickly. That's once again shot from Abdullah Kayani. And so far, not much damage done.
A ram shot, and that will be a boundary. After those dot deliveries on the trot for Abdullah, he manages to find the middle of the bat, Afaq.
It was probably the best delivery of the lot. He has been on the short side. This one slightly up ahead towards the batter, but it was premeditated by Afaq. Got down on one knee very quickly. Knew that fine leg was up in the circle. Only had to get a bit of bat onto it, and it went. It ran away to the boundary. He gets his first one. And Fujairah are into the 40s now. Shot again, cut away, but once again straight to the fielder. So despite that boundary, not the worst of overs from Abdullah Kayani. 6 off it, it's 41 for 1. 30 of 10 for Tanish. He's gotten off to a very good start. Uzair Khan, the left armour, into the attack now. So there's been bowling changes have been quite different from Ali Abid. He's not giving them 2 over spells. So far, 3 different bowlers, and now a 4th bowler being introduced in the 4th over.
Talking about the nod of the head, we've seen that with Dinesh Karthik as well, who does quite often in the T20s and the 50 over formats.
Yeah, you're right. He too is one of those who can really keep the bowler waiting a long time. Right then, Uzair Khan, left arm pace. Can he bring the ball back into the right hander? Nicely picked up. Once again away from the fielder, and this will run away to the boundary as well. You pitch it up to Tanish Suri. You're saying hit me for a 4.
That was in the slot for the taking, and a punish me delivery and comfortably placed. And you can watch that all day long. Tanish Suri is looking so comfortable and at ease out there.
Yeah, you can almost see that he's going aerial deliberately. With the field up, the kind of shot he plays, more often than not, he won't find the gap. So when you go aerial over the 30-yard circle, especially when the field is up, all the more easier to find that gap. Right, then he's got protection, ample of it on the leg side. There's a long on, deep mid-wicket, deep square leg, and 1 deep extra cover, and a 3rd man on the offside. Looking to cut that away, slightly shorter in length from Uzair Khan. No swing whatsoever, dead straight.
Pace off, that's exactly what he does time and again. Uzair Khan can be expensive at times, but at the same time, he's one such bowler who can provide that much needed breakthroughs for the team. Besides bowling, he does really bat well, Uzair Khan.
He's had his fair share of injuries as well, been in and out of action. But when he's in good form, and you give him the right pitches to bowl in, is quite good to watch. Shot, pulled away. How far has this gone? Not far enough. Tanish Suri, he takes the bite. Short one from Uzair Khan. The deep square leg fielder was in position. And he fell for the trap, Tanish.
Just talking about it, what Uzair Khan can do. There you go. Half pitcher into the ribs area, and a wonderful catch there by, I reckon that was Abdullah Kayani there in the deep. And that will be the departure for Tanish Suri. What a wonderful knock he's played. He's laid the foundation for Team Fujairah, and will have to depart after scoring 34 of 13, 2 maximums and 4 boundaries in his tally, striking at 261. Tanish Suri for you. And as he walks out, comes in Adib Usmani.
So Uzair Khan gets the wicket for Abu Dhabi. Fujairah now 2 wickets down. Both the openers back in the hut. Adib Usmani, another fine talent. He's out there to bat at number 4. Will join Afaq, and they'll have to put together another partnership here. Straight away down the track, looking to counter that swing if there was any. Played with soft hands. Adib wanted the 2, but Afaq says no, cannot take the risk. We've just lost a wicket, mate.
Hails from Mumbai. Adib Usmani has played a lot of domestic cricket in India. Used to be a part of Sarfraz Ahmed's camp. Then he migrated to Oman, played a lot of domestic cricket in Oman, known for the longer format of the game, but is actually adjusted pretty well in the T10 and the T20 formats. Initially it takes a bit of time, but knowing the kind of cricket that is being played here, he's actually adjusted really well.
Well, you have no choice. When you come to these parts of the world, you've got to adjust. Ask me, I'll tell you. Shorter format is what is played. Oh, full toss, flicked away. Yeah, I think that's what makes you stand out as a cricketer. You have cricketers and then you have extraordinary cricketers. Those are the ones who really adjust given what's required at the moment. You talk of Adib Usmani making the adjustments for the shorter format. He's done that quite well.
Well, that's fan code Emirates D10 2024 powered by 7 districts. We've got some wonderful ovals here, Oval 1 and Oval 2, wonderful cricketing facilities. And besides that, the new academy that is being opened here. 7 districts in the heart of the city of Ajman. Adib, 1 of 1, Afaq 6 of 7. Uzair, wonderful over so far. Last delivery coming in. Just nudge down the ground. It will be a single to finish the over number 4. And Uzair Khan just giving away those 7 runs. 4 overs gone. Team Fujairah 48 for 2.
Abdullah Kayani will bowl his second over, rewarded for his good economy in the first one. Gave away just 6 runs. He's been quite quick in the way he's gone about things. No real flight on offer. Wants to rush the batter into playing those shots.
Well, extremely well. 7, just giving away those 7 runs, and especially when you're bowling in a shorter format of the game, 7 overs is considered to be extremely economical. He's up against Adib Usmani and Afaq, and Adib need to find a way. He needs to take the responsibility straight down to the fielder.
This is a good phase of play for Abu Dhabi. They've got 2 relatively new batters on the crease. It's now maybe time to get through a couple of overs very quickly and then create that desperation in the batter's mind to try and get some big shots away. That's how you prize out those wickets. Mind you, these are very good conditions to bat. Adib Usmani picks this up very nicely, effortless, over long on, and he gets his first 6.
Beautiful stuff from Adib Usmani, coming right off the middle of the bat, and a good looking shot. Well, this is what he can do. He can be devastating. Initially takes a bit of time, but in a T10 format, you don't have the time, and rightly so. Adib capitalizing on an opportunity from Abdullah Kayani.
With that maximum, the 50 is up for Fujairah. Very important partnership between these two. They're looking for that second once again. We'll have to be content with that single.
Decent over so far, despite that the maximum. He's just given away 7 runs, and Afaq needs to find his way. They need to get runs up and running from both the ends. Team Fujairah. Good delivery inside the tram line, and Kayani would be pretty much happy with that.
Yeah, he's been pretty quick, not his usual self. Really rushing through his overs. He's played that across the line, down towards long on. Will be another single to end the over. So he won't get a wicket, Abdullah Kayani, but an economical spell from him nevertheless. End of the 5th over, and at the halfway stage, Fujairah are 56 for 2. Rohan Mustafa into the attack for Abu Dhabi. Starts off with a low full toss to Afaq, who's pushed that towards deep mid-wicket. Will get a single off the first ball. Now then, this should be a good contest. Adib Usmani, he understands there's only about 5 overs left in this innings. He needs to get going. Rohan Mustafa is a very tricky customer. Won't let you settle down. And he certainly doesn't like being taken apart. So, should be a good contest between an experienced cricketer and a young Adib Usmani. Looking to hit that towards the leg side. Got the outer edge of the bat. And get a single. So, good start this from Rohan so far. Just a couple of singles. He does look to mix it up. Quicker through the air again. This has been hit hard into the ground. Another single. So dealing in ones. Did get that maximum in the last over. But they only made 7 off that over. So in the context of the format and the game, I wouldn't affect Abu Dhabi too much. They'll be more than happy to just concede 6 runs every over. Rohan Mustafa saw Adib coming down the track quite early. And just paused his run up there. Looking to get under it, but had to hit it flat to the fielder. Will be another single, so the boundaries are not coming by. That score predictor says 104. Given the conditions, don't think that's going to be enough for Fujairah. This one, though, has gone over the third man fielder for a boundary. He made room for himself, Afaq, looking to open up the offside. Was offered a full toss. Not a shot in complete control. Took the outside edge. But luckily for him, it was a little too far for the fielder to jump and try and catch that. So a much needed boundary for Abu Dhabi off the bat of Afaq. This one's pitched in front of him. He's powered that down towards long on and a single to end the over. 9 off Rohan Mustafa's first over. It's 65 for 2 after 6. Four overs left in this innings. Fujairah on 65 for 2. Afaq and Adib, the two men out there. About now is the time when they'll have to start thinking about those boundaries more often. And joining me for these last 4 overs in the business end of this innings is Faizan Khan after a while in the comm box. Nice to have you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I joined this tournament. I think I did D50 also. You won there, unfortunately. But yeah, with you, it's been a while. So it's good to be here. And that's the signal for the floating power play from the umpire. I think the level of this tournament has been absolutely amazing. We saw the highest score yesterday as well. 128 was scored in the last match, which was comfortably won in the end by Abu Dhabi. And they're looking good here as well. Fujairah started pretty well in yesterday's game also, Samir. You must have missed that. But they've lost 2 out of 2 that they have played before this.
Yeah, after that successful 50 over format, I think they've struggled to make that transition into the shorter format. A lot of their batters, I felt, are very prone or rather styled for that longer format. You look at guys like Tanish, Mayank, they play those proper cricket shots, and sometimes in the T10 format, you've got to throw that textbook technique out of the window and play shots like that, although it might not always go in your favour. This one should land safely. 3 fielders converging and none of them are able to stop the boundary.
What's more important is that it's 4 runs to Adib Usmani. So the current run rate is looking pretty good, but they should look at somewhere around 120 odd from here on, and they can get there because they have 8 wickets in hand, but they need to keep playing their shots, as Samir was pointing out.
Especially with the kind of lineup that Abu Dhabi has, likes of Rohan Mustafa, Ali Abid in there, who's also in a rich vein of form. So they'll know that every extra run that they can pile on and get will always be useful for their bowlers to come and defend something. Conditions are brilliant for batting.
And again, in the air, this is going to hand. Taken. Well taken. Good catch. These are difficult to take when you're running backwards and trying to make sense of it. Well taken. It's Basil Hamid, was it? He is the best fielder, undoubtedly, in this lineup.
Now slowed down from Uzair. This is where he does so well. They made room for himself, had to really stretch to play that shot. Didn't get the middle of the bat. And yes, who else but that man, Basil Hamid. One of the finest, if not the finest in the UAE. Adib Usmani looking to accelerate. Has to walk back to the pavilion. Made 15 runs off 10. A 6 and a 4. And Fujairah lose their third wicket with 70 runs on the board. Well, Uzair Khan seems to have figured things out on what has been a track that has been very batting friendly. He's taken the pace off and he's been rewarded with a couple of wickets already. He's got 3 balls left in this spell of his. Ashwant Waltappa, the new man in. Shot again. Straight to the fielder. Either side of him. Could have been a boundary to get off the mark.
Yeah, lucky there, Uzair. Not a very good first ball to Ashwant Waltappa. Who's seen a transition in his playing technique as well in the recent times. That's the wicket for you again. Up in the air, Basil Hamid taking it away from the body. But safe pair of hands. He got a run out yesterday as well from a direct hit from the boundary. That's Basil Hamid for you. You just cannot discount him.
Well, this one should be called a wide. Yeah, I saw the replay of it. It was a fantastic direct hit from all the way from the boundary line. It takes some serious precision. Uzair Khan looking to repeat that slower delivery. He's understood that pace off seems to be the way to go here. On that occasion, the line wasn't all that great from him. But they've pulled things back. I think Fujairah got off to a really good start. Tanish Suri was playing some really good looking shots. But with these 3 wickets, I think Abu Dhabi just having the edge in this game so far.
It surprises me and amuses me the way Ashwant Waltappa has transitioned his game. He was a wicket-keeper batter, top order. He played in the DP World ILT20 as well in the first season as a wicket-keeper batter. Got an opportunity, couldn't do much for the Gulf Giants. Played just 1 game. But since then, the second time I saw him in D50, he was bowling and he was properly bowling. So, yeah, he's been amongst wickets as well. Yesterday as well, he picked up 2 wickets. What a transition. Not a lot of players can boast of a complete 360 shift in their playing prowess.
I can think of just one cricketer, if at all, at the international level. I don't know if you'll remember. You will remember, of course. Tilakratne Dilshan started off as a wicketkeeper. Used to bat at number 6-7. Then started batting on the top, opened the innings and went absolutely explosive. And then went on to become a very successful bowler as well. He was a part-timer and then went on to become a main spinner in the team.
Spot on. Who else better than Samir to point that out from Sri Lanka? That's played well. It was a low full toss. Those are difficult to hit. It's gone to the boundary for another 4. Good over this.
Yeah, short of the boundary. Low full toss from Uzair Khan. Looking to take the pace off once again. And he did well to find the gap. Could have been tempted to hit it more squarer, but he made sure that it went in the gap between deep mid-wicket and a long on. 76 for 3 after 7. 3 overs left in this innings. Well, speaking of all-rounders, people have changed their trade, but here's a fine all-rounder, Basil Hamid into the attack. Another one of those very versatile cricketers, gets you wickets, gets you runs, wins you matches. Starts off around the wicket to Ashwant. Nice and full. Push towards long off. Will only be a single. They need to find the boundaries for Fujairah. 3 overs left in this innings, as many as they could.
Yeah, he's a very smart cricketer, Basil Hamid. A great battler down the order, then can bowl some useful deliveries. A proper all-rounder, as Samir pointed out. He has also changed his action quite a lot, in fact, in the recent years. In the last 2-3 years. Sometimes this is big. I'll continue with my thought in just a little bit, but my thoughts are haywire right now because that has been hammered to the boundary for a 6.
That was properly in the slot for Afaq, and he's the kind of batter he is, the kind of build he has. He looks the type that he could just get under you, just like that, and hit it far, far, far away. A much needed maximum, and it's come off the bat of Afaq. He's been out there for a while now, so he's probably seeing it better than anyone else. The onus is on him now for Fujairah to get to a strong total from here on. Shorter in length this time, pushed outside off, powered towards long off. Will get a single.
I think better delivery to someone like Afaq because he favors the leg side a little bit. And if you can bowl outside the off stump, he'll have to create that shot, manufacture that shot. So I think it's good bowling. But a good knock coming in from Afaq, 26 of 17. He was very good yesterday as well. Just couldn't. This is up in the air. He hasn't timed it. Or has he? Yes, he has. That was some power from Ashwant Walthapa down on one knee.
Yeah, at first look, I didn't think it'd go that far. Thought he got a lot of elevation, but the distance was a doubt. They should settle all doubts. Down on one knee, high up in the sky. The long on fielder was very, very interested until the last moment. You look at that. Yeah, just enough distance on it. Right then, 2 maximum in this over for Fujairah. Into the 90s now. Basil Hamid expensive. Nicely flicked. That should be cut away. Coming back for the second, and they'll do it comfortably.
I'm a little surprised that Basil is brought in the 8th over. Because I think a quicker bowler was better off. Ashwant Walthapa and Afaq both favor spinners. So I think a quicker bowler would have done the trick better.
Yeah, there's Zia, who's bowled just 1 over. Ibrahim Ahmed bowled only 1 over. So he certainly has resources up his sleeve, Ali Abid. But he's been very adventurous in his bowling changes, that's for sure. Looking to make room there, Walthapa. Won't get the middle of the bat, but a good over for Fujairah this one. 17 off it. Basil Hamid. The experiment doesn't come right for Abu Dhabi. 93 for 3.
So things are looking good for Fujairah here. 93 for 3. They still have 7 wickets in hand and 12 balls to go. They can, even if they can get to 25 runs from here on, it will be a good target. But they can get even more if they keep hitting like this. Or it has gone straight to hand. I thought it was very, very straight. It's Basil Hamid again. You just cannot discount Basil Hamid from the game.
So what if he went for runs? Rohan Mustafa to bowl the 9th over. A full toss. Ashwant Walthapa thought he had the runs written on his name, but Basil Hamid says, hold on. Get past me if you can. A running catch, beautifully taken. And a wicket to break the momentum here for Fujairah. Ashwant Walthapa walks away making 11 runs off 7 balls. Just a 1-6er off his bat. And the 4th wicket falls for Fujairah. 93 for 4. Rohan Mustafa among the wickets.
Right arm over, 5 balls to you. Yes, middle.
New man in is Shadad. Gets a quick delivery from Rohan Mustafa. Wasn't in control playing that shot. Will get off the mark with those 2 runs. Afaq will be the man here, Faizan, to get them to a total that they'll feel is good enough for their bowlers to defend.
Yeah, still 10 balls to go. 20 runs from here on will take them to 115, which can be a decent total under the sun. Under the lights, that's a different story altogether. This is the second time Rohan Mustafa has done that. He's a cheeky character.
It's not even surprising anymore. Rohan Mustafa, you get that with him. What an animate character he is. And he bowls a short one. There is a question being asked. There are very polite inquiry from the wicketkeeper, but the umpire says, let's not waste any time. Let's move on from here.
Yeah, good ball. And again, very predictable from Rohan Mustafa. I don't think Shahzad had played him all that much. Otherwise, he might have expected that kind of delivery. This is a good over, mind you. We can joke about all the antics on the field from Rohan Mustafa, but he has made sure that he's given away just 2 runs and picked up a wicket in this over.
Now this one's down the leg side. He's had a look at the umpire, but he says there was some pad onto it, or maybe some thigh. I think Rohan Mustafa got away with that one. That's what he is, a big match player with all those shows that he puts on. There's another short one, has gone up in the air. Don't think the fielder will get to it. He delivers, and that's what matters, doesn't it?
Absolutely. He delivers with his tongue and with his fingers as well. That's Rohan Mustafa for you. Just 3 runs coming out that over and a wicket as well. He's given away just 12, picked up a wicket in his 2. 9 overs gone, 96 for 4.
Right then, last over coming up. It's going to be Ibrar Ahmed, the youngster, given the responsibility. Starts off with a full toss, sliced away towards the offside. Should just be a single. In fact, they're thinking about the second one. 97 runs. Still to get to that 100. 5 balls more.
That was a very important over, the last one. A wonderful over. It was the 9th over of the innings, one of the most important overs of the innings. And the momentum is now towards Abu Dhabi. They have contained Fujairah pretty well. We were thinking around 120. But it's looking very difficult now. Just 5 more balls to go. Afaq, he has to shoulder this responsibility now. Brilliant over coming in from Rohan Mustafa. And it is very important for Fujairah to actually win this for themselves, because they have lost 2 in 2.
Yeah, they need to stay alive in this tournament. 3 losses could really put them in a lot of trouble. Coming back won't be easy. Oh, this has gone horribly wrong for Ibrar Ahmed. He's looked for that magic delivery, trying to get that Yorker right, but it's gone completely wayward. I won't be surprised if he's warned by the umpire. In fact, yes, it's a no ball. And a couple of byes. So 3 extra runs there. And he'll have to re-bowl that one as well.
That'll bring the 100 up for Fujairah with that horrible delivery. So it's 100 for 4, and they still have 5 more balls to go. So pressure on Ibrar already. Look at that once again. There you go. Very high. Lucky Afaq that it wasn't targeted on his body. Oh, got the edge. Good comeback delivery. Very good comeback ball.
He's bowled that into the pitch, taken pace off. He's telling Afaq, create all your power and try and hit me away. I'm not going to give you any pace. And we've seen on numerous occasions, on wickets that are favouring the batters, bowlers have had to resort to that slower deliveries.
And I think the length was perfect here, because a slower delivery under the bat is a gift. So he pulled the length back. It was wide outside the off stump. And Afaq prefers the leg side. And he goes to the leg side once again. This is not timed at all. Good bit of fielding. Poor throw. 2 more runs.
They won't mind. They won't mind Abu Dhabi conceding these 1s and 2s. It's the boundaries that they want to block. And in the first game, this previous game that we were here for, Emirates Blues made 128 and Dubai almost getting close to the line, lost by about 15 odd runs. So Fujairah will know that this is not going to be enough given the reputation of the batters on the opposite end.
I think Abu Dhabi is one of the best batting units. That's nicely hit. Up and over. It is going in the gap. It's going to roll away. Much required for.
And that was good thinking from Afaq. You know the bowler is going to target the stumps in the last over. Will try to be nice and straight. So he made room for himself and opened the face of the bat very nicely over extra cover. And you can't put fielders in that position in the last over. You've got to protect those leg side boundaries. So good option to take. Smart from Afaq.
2 more balls to go. 106 already. You need to maximize these 2 deliveries, Afaq. 32 of 21. He's on strike. Shot outside off. Nicely bowled. In fact, he was moving away and he targeted the body here. 1 for the over called by the umpire. But that's going to be a dot ball more importantly.
Yeah, this is some cat and mouse going on over there. Afaq, the previous delivery, knew that Ibra was going to be full, so he made room for himself. Once again, looking to do the same. Ibra very smartly. He's young, but he's learning the trade quite quickly. Pulling the length back on that occasion and making amends for himself. Right then. Last ball coming up. Afaq on strike. Fujairah on 106. Can they get past 1-1-0? A bit of a psychological advantage, momentum going into the break.
So final ball. It's hit hard. There you go. Into the slot. And it goes the distance. Even further, in fact. 112 is what they've scored in their allotted 10 overs. Take a look at that.
I was in the slot from Ibrar Ahmed. Afaq got it exactly where he wanted it. And he's slapped that over mid-wicket. And in this format, Faizan, momentum is very, very important. And with that 6, just slightly that momentum going towards Fujairah. However, they will know very well that 1-1-2 is something they'll have to bowl really well to defend. Because Abu Dhabi do have the batters to do it quite comfortably. Rohan Mustafa and the likes at the top. But nevertheless, it's been a decent effort from the bowlers. Given the batting conditions, given the pitch, I think 1-1-2 is a total they'll be happy with.
Yeah, absolutely. It is a total that they can fight it out. So 112 for 4. 11.3 runs per over required in the chase. Let's take a look at the batting card right now. So Mayank underperforming today as well. He hasn't done all that much in the 3 games that he's played. Tanish Suri was brilliant today as well. 24 of 13. We were talking about how to adapt to a game, and he's done that really well. The transition from 50 over to 10 over has been supreme for Tanish Suri. Afaq played a great knock as well. 38 of 23. Adib Usmani started well, but just lost his wicket. Good catch from Basil Hamid. 15 of 10. Another great catch. Ashwant Walthapa had started well as well, but Basil Hamid made sure with the catch at the long off fence that there was nothing much that Ashwant could do about that.
We talk about Basil's fielding. I think in occasions like this, catchers win matches play a big role. Those two could have gone on to put up a big score for Fujairah. As for the bowling of Abu Dhabi, Zia Mukhtar was good at the start. Unfortunately, got just 1 over, 1 for 8 for him. Ibrar expensive, 41 in his 2 overs. The second over and the last over is what he bowled. Abdullah Kayani, economical as he always is. His left arm spin, difficult to read, none for 14. Uzair Khan, certainly the pick of the bowlers. Variations coming to the 4, 2 for 18 for him. Rohan Mustafa, as always, he'll get you wickets. He'll keep things quiet. 1 for 12 in his spell. And Basil Hamid with just 1 over, conceding 17 runs. And with 5 extras, Fujairah managed 112 for 4 in their allotted 10 overs.
I think it's Basil's over that's going to hurt them. I think they could have bowled Zia Mukhtar instead of Basil Hamid. Nonetheless, what has happened, and let's see how it happened now.
Yeah, Mayank at the top for Fujairah. Started off with a boundary first ball. Got a nice full toss outside off. But looking to play 1 shot too many. Hit right in front. Zia picks up that first wicket. And then Tanish Suri unleashed some beautiful shots, some gracious drives, and those pull shots as well. Whenever it was short, he was quick to pounce on it. Yeah, that was the pick of the shots for him. Nice looking maximum onto the leg side. This one was from Afaq. He knew Abdullah Kayani was going to drop it short. Then came Uzair Khan. Did go for a 4, but then he came back very nicely to get the wicket of Tanish Suri. Well planned, that one. Having a deep square leg fielder down in the deep and dropping it short, inviting Tanish to play that shot. Then Adib, he combined with Afaq, played a couple of good looking shots, but he too perished thanks to a brilliant catch from Basil. This one also top edge, not in control. This was the good catch we've been talking about from Basil Hamid, running backwards and then taking it very, very cleanly. Basil went for a few though. The fielding was good. His bowling though, much to be desired. That was Ashwant Waltappa. Really got a lot of power behind his shots. Then looking to go after Rohan Mustafa as well. It was Basil Hamid once again with a superb catch down in the deep. Ibrar Ahmed was expensive in the last over. Afaq got as many as he could in the last over. This was the last of the lot. The 6 to finish things off in style, getting his team to a score beyond 110. 112 is exactly what Fujairah have made. Abu Dhabi, in reply, will have to get that done at 11.3 runs per over in their allotted 10 overs. We'll take a quick break, and when we are back, it will be the chase.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Sevens Cricket Stadium here in Ajman for yet another brilliant encounter. Abu Dhabi taking on Fujairah. Fujairah batting first. Got to a decent total now. They'll want to defend that. Against a very strong Abu Dhabi, requiring 113 runs at in 10 overs at 11.3 runs an over. It's going to be a fascinating contest. Remember, these two have locked horns previously as well. Abu Dhabi winning that one. Now it's going to be the two openers for Abu Dhabi. Rohan Mustafa on your screens, walking down. Very experienced UAE cricketer. He's been capped as well. And the Fujairah side making their way in the middle. And making his way in the middle alongside me. Rizwan, good evening. Welcome.
Good evening, Rashid. A good day for cricket. A wonderful atmosphere out at the center. The temperature is about 34 degrees Celsius with a relative humidity of about 28%. And there's a little bit of wind, northwesterly winds there, allowing that free flow of bat of, especially for batters like Alishan Sharfu and Rohan Mustafa. They would be eyeing that onside, especially when you're bowling from the opposite the 7 Districts Cricket Academy end.
Well done, Rizwan. With all the weather updates, we'll ask you for more. Probably give us a 10-day forecast as well. Well, it's going to be spinner to start, I think, with the keeper standing up on the wickets. Adib Usmani keeping wickets today for Fujairah. Alishan Sharfu will be taking strike. He's a brilliant batter. Alishan Sharfu, if he gets going, these 113 runs will be a walk in the park for them. Looks like it's going to be Ashwant Waltapa.
Be interesting contest. Both young, talented cricketers, Ashwant Waltapa up against Alishan Sharfu.
Yeah, let's have a look at how this wicket will play. That's the pitch over for you. Gives us an idea of how this wicket is. Got this at the start of play before the first game today, and looks like a belter of a track. Very hard. There are a few cracks, but this is a very hard wicket. The ball does come onto the bat, especially under lights as well.
Absolutely, and we've noticed that wonderful batting display from Tanish Suri earlier on, and also from Ronak Panoli, for the matter of fact. Ramesh Shehzad did chip in. These are the batters who like that ball coming onto the bat, and rightly so. You have Alishan Sharfu on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, alongside the vintage Rohan Mustafa, who loves the ball coming onto the bat.
It's going to be a big test here for Ashwant Waltapa. He's done well in this tournament. I think I've been mighty impressed with the way he's bowled, especially in the power play overs. So this is a very good choice for Fujairah, doing their homework, giving it to their best bowler. First ball coming up then. Alishan on strike. That's a good delivery. Slower in the air on the stumps. Wanted to just probably place it towards the onside and pick up a single.
Absolutely. I was trying to nudge it away, but didn't find the connection right. And Adib Usmani keeping the stumps. They've got the protection at the deep mid wicket and one towards the wide long on region outside the 30-yard circle.
Yeah, remember, 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard in the first 2 overs. Makes room for himself. Tries to go over mid-off. Of course, for a quick single. That would have been mighty close at that hit.
Absolutely, and courageous from Ashwant, trying to entice the batsman to go after that extra cover region. Yet again, with the back of length, no room whatsoever, and the off pace from Ashwant Waltapa.
Yeah, look at that. How close was that? Direct hit. You have to be very careful. Alishan Sharfu and Rohan Mustafa are quick between wickets, but they need to be careful. They can't afford to lose wickets, especially in the form of run-outs. And now for the first time, we'll see Rohan Mustafa on strike. 2 fielders outside the 30-yard for him. A deep square leg and a deep long on. Very interesting. Probably trying to cut down on that sweep shot. He plays so well, square of the wicket. Can't afford to give him any width whatsoever. He is making some changes now. Oh, it's got a mid-wicket, beg your pardon, deep mid-wicket and a deep square leg. Nobody at long on, nobody at long off. Rohan Mustafa, Rizwan is very strong down the ground as well, square of the wicket, so you have to be very careful. Don't give him any width, tuck him down and bowl according to your field. In he comes. Fuller length delivery, that's played in the gap. That's a superb shot. Look at that timing on that one. Doesn't have the legs to go all the way. Good fielding by Afaq, but they will pick up 3 very good runs.
Despite having a ring of fire on the offside, he still managed to find the gap between the fielders there. That's been the hallmark of Rohan Mustafa's innings. He's master of finding those gaps, Rashid.
Absolutely, and he didn't try to overhit it. That was the key there. Just placed it perfectly. Timing was just Absolutely wonderful there. And without taking much risk, he's picked up 3 runs. That's what you need to do. Play it along the carpet. You can't really tell that to Alishan, can you there? You have to really think of some new words for him.
Right then, Ashwant just given away 4. Goes big downtown. And that will be the first maximum for Alishan Sharfu. He likes to go one way, which is the aggressive way.
Wow, what a good shot that was. Waiting for that one. He's probably realized how slow Ashwant is bowling to him. Because from the start of the over, Ashwant has been bowling very slow. So we waited for that one. Look at that. Took his time, waiting. And then goes for that swing. Absolutely wonderful shot. Tremendous hitting. That's what this man can do. He's powerful. He's got good timing. And he's superb.
Talking about those sixes, 106 sixes scored in this tournament. That goes without saying the kind of amount of talent that this country possesses, Rashid.
Oh, absolutely. This time he's gone over extra cover. One bounce and off she goes into the boundary rope. Overcompensating that time, Ashwant Waltapa bowling it outside off stump in his zone.
Well, when you were hit for a maximum, you will certainly be under pressure trying to fabricate something different there. Ashwant Waltapa and cashing on the opportunity yet again is Alishan Sharfu for you. And he makes it look so easy time and again.
Certainly very, very good shot. Wasn't a good delivery from Ashwant Waltapa, but still had to be put away, and boy, did he do it in style. Over extra cover. These are always wonderful shots to watch towards the offside. Now the required runs under 100, 99 or 55. Alishan on 11 or 4. One more delivery to go in the over. Short delivery. That's been played, and that's played well. That'll go all the way, I think. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. Yes, umpire Wakar signals a maximum to end the over. What a great start this is for Abu Dhabi. 20 runs in the over.
Have a look at that shot. That was hammered. Half tracker. Easy pickings for Alishan Sharfu and Ashwant Waltapa. He's taken to the cleaners after starting off well. First over gone, 20 for no loss.
Well, this has been an outstanding start for Abu Dhabi. Rohan Mustafa just faced one delivery in that over and scored 3 runs of that. And look at Alishan Sharaf, who's trying all the batting practices. He's shadow practicing for reverse hit. Look at that. He's going to play that shot. I'm sure he will. And now we've got to change the bowling as well. There's one.
Mathiullah, another experienced campaigner. He'll be tested today. He's up against mighty batters out at the centre. Rohan Mustafa and Alishan Sharfu both like going big up against the Pacers. And this is the second over of the mandatory power play coming in.
Rohan Mustafa to take strike. Oh, that's way down the leg side. Will be a wide delivery. Kept well by Adib Usmani. Mathiullah will have to restart a loosener down the leg side.
Well, when you're defending a lower total, 113 is the target. You've got to be spot on with your lines and lengths wavered down the leg side. A good take by Adib Usmani. It's all happening here. They've got those runs required in the first over.
I think they got more than what they required. 20 runs in the first over. And if they keep going at 20 runs and over, they'll finish this game in 5 overs. And Mathiullah will have different plans. That's a good delivery and equally well played. That's a phenomenal shot by Rohan Mustafa. Wasn't a bad delivery, but look at how well he's played straight down the ground.
That did travel at the speed of light. Rohan Mustafa for you. Well, he does that n number of times for his team. Have a look at that. It was in the slot. Just did not get his hand there, Mathiullah.
I think he didn't get the time to get his hand up. That was fiercely hit, you're right. What a start to this over as well. 5 runs on the first delivery, a wide and a boundary. And now pressure it will be on Mathiullah. He'll have to do something differently here. Maybe vary his pace. Oh, up in the air. Is it a chance? There's a fielder settling and takes it. Azharuddin Qureshi with the catch. Excellent comeback delivery by Mathiullah. Gets his man, Rohan Mustafa, back in the hutch.
Well, they drawed some chances yesterday, especially Azharuddin Qureshi. He manages to hold on to it this time. Rohan Mustafa trying to go over the extra cover region. Didn't quite find the middle of the bat and straight into the hands of Azharuddin Qureshi. He departs after scoring 7 of 3 deliveries, and they've got that first breakthrough much needed for Team Fujairah. Abu Dhabi are 25 for 1.
Well, Rohan Mustafa back in the Hajj. Now a new man in. Looks like it's Kamran Atta for Abu Dhabi, the wicket-keeper batter. No, beg your pardon, it's Mohammad Nadeem. It has been Kamran Atta who's been coming down at number 3, but hasn't been very successful, which is why I think Mohammad Nadeem has been promoted up the order.
Well, this wicket, I would say, is tailor-made for a batter like Nadeem's caliber. He likes the pace on offer and the way the wicket is behaving. Mohammad Nadeem would certainly love to go big. He plays for TVSL and off late is playing for Z Game Strikers, Mohammad Nadeem.
That's a good delivery, right on the money. And blocked nicely by Mohammad Nadeem, will be a dot ball.
But that was a good delivery from Matiullah. He provided that much needed breakthrough, getting back Rohan Mustafa back in the dugout. And Nadeem watchfully playing that one.
Yeah, very watchful, rightly so. They've just lost a wicket, so you can afford to take your time because they've got 25 runs in the over of 9 deliveries. So this can be something for Nadeem to just take his time and probably just rotate strike, give it to Alishan Sharafu. And that's exactly what he does. Good delivery from Matiullah. He's got his mojo back after picking up that wicket.
Well, he heard you there, Nadeem. Rightly so, just nudging that for a single. And when you have that man on screen, Alishan Sharafu, who's been there in sublime form, you might as well take that opportunity. You still have those 2 deliveries of the mandatory power play left. They want to cash on them.
Absolutely, they would want to make sure that they get some runs under their belt, especially in the power play overs, like you mentioned. And for that, I think they have the perfect man to do that. Alishan Sharafu on strike. They're making a few changes in the field. Long on has been pushed back on the boundary rope. They've got square leg as well. So Matiullah probably might be thinking of a slow bouncer or a Yorker. Those are the 2 deliveries he can go to against Alishan. Oh, goes for a length delivery. That's gone miles up in the air. Opportunity. Field. Both the openers back in the hutch.
Wow, Matiullah, what a day he's having out there. In his first over, getting the wicket of Rohan Mustafa. And this time around, it is Alishan Sharafu trying to go big over the extra cover region. Didn't find the connection right. And Wahab, what a wonderful catch that is. Alishan Sharafu will be disappointed. He did get those runs required in the power play. He departs after scoring 17 off 6, 2 maximums and a boundary. And Abu Dhabi are 26 for 2.
What an over this has been from Matiullah. A couple of wickets and just 6 runs in 5 deliveries. New man in, Kamran Atta, taking strike now. Just nudges it towards the onside. They'll go through for a steal for a quick single. And that will be the end of a wonderful over from Matiullah Khan. Picking up a couple of wickets and giving away just 7 in that one. 2 overs done, 27 for the loss of 2. Another change in the bowling. Ashant Waltapa taken off after giving away 20 runs in his first over. But what a turnaround from Atiullah Khan in the second over. He's picked up 2 wickets, picked up both the openers. And this time, Fujairah haven't made a mistake of dropping anybody as yet. So very good fielding, good comeback by Team Fujairah.
Well, to all our viewers, just to let them know, the Team Fujairah, they were the crown champions for Emirates D50 League, where they're missing the services of Junaid Siddiqui, who was the skipper, taking the responsibilities. Azharuddin Qureshi in the D10 format, he's been put to test. That sliced towards the deep point region, that will just be a single.
Yeah, loose delivery to start with from Sabir Rao. And Kamran Atta very watchfully just plays it towards the offside. And I think this is what these two batters will do. It's going to be Nadeem probably will take the aggressor's role, and Kamran will probably be the anchor.
Absolutely. Nadeem is one destructive batter. And once he gets going, that total will be chased down in no time.
Yeah, Sabir Rao into his first over. Started off with a low full toss outside off stump. Oh, this is a wide delivery. I'm sure it'll be called as a wide. Yep. Given as a wide by the umpire. So this is what they cannot afford here for Fujairah. Not a big total to defend. Too many extras will actually just be really bad for them.
He's got to hit the right areas and the right length. Sabir slightly off color. Didn't start off really well. They still have the need to chase down. They still need 84 runs or 47 deliveries. Couple of wickets here for Team Fujairah will get them back into the game. Especially the man on your screen, Nadeem.
Yeah, and for Abu Dhabi's sake, I think Nadeem needs to make sure that he stays there for a bit, because he's excellent against left-arm spinners. So they have a couple of left-arm spinners in their lineup, Fujairah. What he can do is that can probably just, because he enjoys batting against left-arm spinners.
Well, they certainly have the services of Azharuddin Qureshi, who's the strengthening coach for the national team. Well, we'll have to wait and watch when he comes out to bowl, and especially Nadeem fancies, as you rightly mentioned. We've seen him in the domestic circuit going big against the left-arm spinners.
And they've got Wahab Hassan as well, who took the catch. He's another left-arm spinner. So those are the two spinners that can really make a difference in the game. And Nadeem is one man who enjoys batting against left-arm spinners. Oh, short delivery, that's hit him. That was quick. That was vicious delivery. They've got the catch, but I think it's off the helmet. Oh, that would have been curtains for Nadeem at the other end. Too much drama here. It's going to be a mandatory concussion test, I'm sure.
Well, they're asking for the catch there, and umpires are having a short discussion out there. They would certainly have a look there for the concussion. But I thought for a second there was sort of a feather touch off the wood there. I'm not too sure. We'll have to wait and watch.
Nah, there was nothing, I'm sure. Because that was quick. The bat didn't even come up, and vicious delivery there from Sabir Rao. Really quick, but look at how strong Kamran Atta is. He doesn't want anybody to do anything. No questions asked. He said, I'm fine. Let's carry on. What's all the fuss about?
Well, he would like to take on Sabir now. After being hit on the helmet, is those such batters, Rashid, who want to take that aggressive approach after that.
I expect a Yorker to come in. Oh, way down the leg side. Sabir Rao isn't looking 100% to me. He hasn't been bowling too well. A couple of wides outside off stump, and this one way down the leg side.
It's been a long over so far. Just those 3 deliveries that have been completed. You've got to be spot on, and it's just the 3rd over of the game. You've got to be mindful of the over rate as well.
Oh, absolutely, that's a very important point. You need to be careful that you don't take too much time bowling your overs. Short format, 10 overs. Need to complete your overs as quickly as possible. 31 for 2, Abu Dhabi at the moment. 82 more required of 45 deliveries. Sabir Rao into his first over. Outside off stump. That's been cut and cut really well behind point. That'll run away towards the boundary. That's a superb shot. Phenomenal shot, and that's a no ball. Well, Sabir Rao, the trouble continues for him.
Well, adding salt to the wounds, that additional extra delivery, a no ball. That was cut with some power. Beautiful shot. Glorious away from the point fielder. And the batter definitely enjoying that.
Yeah, that went like a tracer bullet there. Kamran Atta enjoying his batting. He's waiting for that one good innings. He hasn't been able to fire up in this tournament so far. So this can be that innings that can really give him the confidence, that form that he's been lacking. He's a superb batter. what a talent he is. Kamran Atta came into the picture through Abu Dhabi, and he's been playing for them since the start of the D tournaments. What a talent he is. Right then, free hit coming up. Kamran Atta makes room for himself, tries to go too hard on that one. I think it was in the slot, he's missed out.
A subtle change in pace from Sabir Rao, ensuring not offering that length that Kamran was desiring for. And you can see a friendly banter between Adib Usmani and Kamran. And luckily for Sabir, he survives.
Yeah, both of them wicket keepers. They'll definitely enjoy a banter. But that was in the slot, I think. He should be furious with himself. Kamran Atta needs to restart. He's on 6 of 5 deliveries. Couple more deliveries to go in this long over. Sabir Rao, I think he's bowled 8 or 9 deliveries already, but still a couple more to go. He hasn't given away too many, just 9 so far. Short delivery down the leg side. Add another one to those list of extras.
Looks like this is going to be one of the longest over of the tournament. It's been there for a bit.
Sorry, beg your pardon. That's a no ball. So it's not going to be a wide. It's actually going to be a no ball because there were 3 fielders outside the 30-yard. This is a power play over, so it will be given as a free hit. So Sabir Rao will have to defend that once again.
Well, it's all happening out there. But this is where I would expect the keeper to introspect the field before the ball is delivered. And rightly so, not doing that.
Well, I think it wasn't a power play over, but there was still an extra fielder outside the 30-yard. I beg your pardon. But eventually it's going to be a free hit. Kamran Atta once again way outside off stump will be a wide. So the free hit continues and the extras continue.
Despite that long over, he's still under control with the runs that he's given. Just 11 runs, but he needs to find a way to finish the over. Sabir Rao just trying to stay away from the arc of Kamran there, and in the process of doing that, he's generating those extras.
Way too many extras. But he hasn't conceded too many runs, just 11 of them, even considering how many extra deliveries he's bowled. That might change now. Free hit once again. Kamran Atta on strike. Oh, way down the leg side this time. Is another wide? Yes, it's another wide.
Well, one of the senior statesmen will have to go have a chat with Sabir Rao. Just calm him down. He's got to hunker down a little bit and find a way to hit the right areas and right lens.
I think that's what Wahab is doing now. He's ran all the way from square leg, all the way to Sabir Rao and giving him a piece of advice. Just trying to calm him down. Sabir Rao, I think he is having a niggle or something because normally he's very accurate with his line and lengths. Hasn't been able to do that. The free hit will continue. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 deliveries already and a couple more to go. 39 for 2. Free hit coming up. Sabir Rao. Change of angle has been helped on its way. And that'll go. I think it's gone all the way for a maximum. Excellent hit. Helping it on its way towards the fine leg region. Gets a maximum.
A change of angle not helping the change of fortunes. Going down the leg side and for a maximum, I reckon that was, well, a long over and an expensive over now. It's still a delivery to go.
Yeah, long over, but still a delivery to go. 18 coming off that over so far. Well, this has been terrible. The 2 wickets that they picked up in the previous over, that will not really affect Abu Dhabi now because the runs that have come on this over and more than that, the extras, it's just not helped them. 18 of them in 2.5 in just 5 deliveries and 1 more delivery to go. Abu Dhabi have raced on to 45 in just 2.5 overs. Last delivery, the over. Oh, it's got his... has he got something on the way? That's what Adib is suggesting, but it's a wide. Another one.
Stretching exercises for the Empire. Well, they've enjoyed their outing there. Another extra delivery. Well, especially when you're defending those low totals, you've got to be accurate, and Sabir Rao completely off color today.
Yeah, definitely looks off color. Way down the leg side. Another wide delivery. 13 deliveries bowled in the over. One more to go. Kamran Atta on 12 of 7. Nadeem at the other end, 2 of 3. Oh, has he got something? I think he has. That's a wonderful catch. Sabir Rao finally on the last delivery gets a wicket. Thanks the heavens for getting that wicket.
Will finally get some redemption after a long over. Sabir Ali. Thanks to the Almighty, and a good catch by Adib Usmani in the end to get the prize scalp of Kamran. Well, that will be the end of over number 3, and Kamran Atta departs after scoring 12 of 8 deliveries, and Abu Dhabi are 46 for 3.
Three overs, 46 for 3. There's going to be a change in the bowling. Left arm spinner coming in. Wahab to bowl his first over. He'll be bowling against Nadeem, who's on 2 of 3. Starts off with a good delivery that's been cut and cut well in front of point. There is protection in the deep. They'll pick up a single. And that'll bring Ali Abid on strike. And there'll be a change in the voice in the com box. Rizwan taking a break and joining me. Fitter looking Samir Yunus. Good evening, Samir. Welcome.
Thank you, Rashid. Second time someone has mentioned the fitness, so certainly whatever I'm doing is working, that's for sure.
Keep doing it.
Indeed. Ali Abid will have to do it for Abu Dhabi. The first time in this tournament, I just feel like they're under a bit of pressure. Yes, that's 66 or 40. Very much gettable. But those wickets column would be on the minds of these two very experienced batters out there. Nadeem and Ali, on their day, can take the game away very quickly. It's an important partnership, this one.
Oh, absolutely. And you're right. They are under a bit of pressure. 3 wickets down, but they've got a very long batting lineup. They've got depth in their batting. Basil Amir yet to come as well. Oh, that's gone high up in the air. He enjoys batting against left-arm spinners. Wahab goes for that catch. That was a very difficult chance, but full marks for the effort.
He's already taken one fantastic catch. He knew it had to be him. Couldn't trust or rely on any other fielders out there. Ran backwards, got to it. Unfortunately, he's put down Ali Abid, and that could prove costly. In fact, there was Nadeem who played that shot.
Yeah, trying to force that shot. That's what he was doing, and didn't get it from the middle of the bat. And look at that commitment. Oh, just fingertip stuff. Excellent effort. Wahab is a brilliant fielder. Has been played down the ground towards long on. Ali Abid, Kamran Atta haven't been in form in this tournament for Abu Dhabi, and that's been a major concern for them.
And despite that, they've managed to win their 3 games. So if they do come into form, then they become a complete package, Abu Dhabi. And this should be a good litmus test for both of them, Ali and Nadeem. They need to get some runs for their team. And in this format, you can't afford to take too much time. He's gone up once again. This time, though, it's straight to the fielder. But, Mayank Chaudhary. Well, hold on. Is there redemption there? Is there some redemption? He's dropped the catch. He's seen that the batter was coming back for the second. And by the looks of the body language of the fielders there, it might just be a bad day for Nadeem after all.
Well, that was Ali Abid there. You're having a bad day, Samir. You mixed them up a couple of times. I don't blame you. They both look very, very similar. Let's have a look. He's not in the frame now. And I think he's got him. Ali Abid, well, the trouble continues with them. It wasn't a catch that should have been taken, but instead, it's a run out. And the skipper will have to walk back. 4th wicket down for them. Not good signs for Abu Dhabi.
Real trouble for the men in yellow. The man there would have had to rely on Ali Abid, Mayank Chaudhary, despite that dropped catch. An easy one would say at this standard. He's redeemed himself with that brilliant throw over the stumps. And full marks to Wahab Hassan. getting rid of the bills very quickly. Fourth wicket down for Abu Dhabi in a spot of bother now.
Well, 51 for 4. They do pick up a wicket, but not in the form of a catch, but a run out instead. Nadeem will have to be careful. He can't force those shots. He has to wait for those loose deliveries. And the meanwhile, he needs to make sure that they keep the rotation going. End of an excellent over. Very contrasting to the previous over. Just 6 runs coming off it. 4 overs done, 52 for 4.
Six overs to go, 61 runs to get. This is turning out to be one of those good games that we've been starved of. Big shot from Nadeem. Don't think he's middled it. Fielder getting under it. And this time the catch is taken. So the wickets keep tumbling for Abu Dhabi. Sanchit with that catch. And Nadeem also has to walk away now.
Well, I think that's a big wicket, Samir. That's a very big wicket because a lot of responsibility was on his shoulders. He's seen a couple of wickets go down right in front of him. Wasn't the right choice to play that kind of a shot. Went miles up in the air. Good change of pace from Azharuddin Qureshi. Bowled it slower in the air. Enticed him to go for that shot. And didn't get it from the middle of the bat. The bad form continues for him. What a wonderful catch by Sanchit Sharma. And another one bites the dust. 6 of 8 for Mohammad Nadeem. 5 wickets down, half the side, back in the hutch, 52 on the board.
Beautiful scenes of the sun setting into the night here in Ajman. We were a few minutes away from sunset, but the sun is setting very soon in Abu Dhabi, that's for sure. 52, half their side lost, need another 61. Uzair Khan now, 2 new batters on the crease. Basil Hamid and Uzair Khan. Once again, 2 batters who are very capable, can hit those big shots. They've combined now to get Abu Dhabi out of trouble.
Absolutely, very, very experienced Basil Hamid. That's at similar number for the UAE national side as well. So he's been in these kind of situations a number of times. So he'll bring in all the experience that he's gained from international cricket and pass it on to the other teammates as well. And this is the opportunity for him to really make a mark. He's already made a mark for himself. Hit a couple of sixes in one of the games to win against one of the sides. But that was a very good delivery from Azharuddin Qureshi. The arm ball.
Well, Azhar will know a few things about Basil Hamid, that's for sure. Spends a lot of time with him at the national camp. He is their strength and conditioning coach, so I'm sure there's a few tricks up his sleeve against these batters. He must have watched him on the nets a million times, so this should be a good contest.
It already is a very good contest. He's gone for the sweep shot. That's up in the air. Chance, and that's been taken. Another one bites the dust for Abu Dhabi. Basil Hamid, he can't contribute too much in the game.
Well, it's the night of Mr. Qureshi, that's for sure. Couple of wickets in his first over. The batters have looked to go after him. And something tells me, Rashid, that this wicket is slowing down. This is the fifth shot we've seen in the last couple of overs that the batters just haven't connected. If Basil Hamid can't connect well, then there's something seriously wrong. 6 wickets down now. Abu Dhabi are 53 for 6. Basil goes for a duck.
Well, new man in is Abdullah Kiani. Clip that towards the onside. They'll pick up a single. That's all they can get. But what an over this has been from Azharuddin Qureshi. A couple of wickets and given away just 2 runs.
I'm sure you'll have a lot to say to him end of this game, that's for sure. I know you're good friends with him. But yeah, this is a spirited effort from Fujairah. They've been down and out in this tournament, have struggled to get results their way. They're doing the right things with the ball in hand at least. Azharuddin Qureshi leading the charge with a couple of wickets. A brilliant over. And at the right time as well. At the halfway stage, Fujairah certainly hold the edge in this game. They've picked up 6 wickets. Abu Dhabi are 58. Crucial part of the game now. The floating power play has just been signaled by the umpire. They've decided, Uzair Khan and Abdullah Kayani, that this is the over that they need to go after. Can't leave it too late. They require 58 in 5 overs at 11.6 runs per over. The problem is the wickets column. They've lost 6 of them. And to take you through this next interesting play alongside me, interesting bit of play alongside me, back in the box with me is Oais Ali. Nicely poised this game.
Well, thank you very much, Samir. And the required run rate is 11.6. Very much in their hands. It's just that, as you rightly mentioned, they've lost 6 wickets. Wayward delivery, just drifting towards those pads, and that is not required.
They'll have to be careful here, Fujairah. They've done a lot of right things with the ball in hand so far. Confirmed as wide by the umpire. Now it's about making sure they close things out. Don't want to be too erratic. Don't want to take things too complacent. Got to be on the money. 5 overs remaining. They need to bowl in the right areas as they have been throughout this evening.
Drifting towards the pads once again. And shy the stumps. Oh, that would have been very close once again. Living dangerously is Team Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, for some reason, you're seeing the batters trying to go on the back foot a little too much. We saw Nadeem and Ali Abid, both of them trying to force shots off the back foot, although the bowling has been pretty much up there. And that could be an indication of the ball just holding into the pitch, maybe slowing down a little bit. There you go, that's another indication. He played it very early. As a fielder down there, will only be a single, but singles won't do. I need to find the boundaries.
Yeah, that is a very valid point you made here, Samir. The ball is holding up into the wicket, but at times it just skids on and hurries on to the batters. 55 now in 28 deliveries. This match is pretty much in the hands of Team Fujairah.
This has been picked up. Over long off. The fielder was up in the circle, so he took the risk and it paid off. It was Uzair Khan. He's very, very capable of playing shots like that. And he'll have to bring out his A game tonight if he has to take Abu Dhabi over the line.
Well, they've decided that they are going to take Ashwant. And once again, just bowling it fuller. Lovely flow of that bat. And brilliant bat speed. It was long and high and getting very important 6 runs in the context of the game.
Brings down the required to less than 50 now. 49 required. Uzair gets his first boundary. Oh, once again, Ashwant is just losing his line here. The last couple of overs have been brilliant for Fujairah. They don't want to lose that advantage. The bowling needs to be consistent. Another wide.
Yeah, they'll have to be a bit careful from here onwards. The run rate required is very much in the hands of Team Abu Dhabi. And one big over from here onwards and the match will once again swing into the direction of Abu Dhabi.
And also because Abu Dhabi have a long list of batters. 6 wickets down, still 2 batters that are very capable out there. So certainly a task at hand. All is not done for Fujairah, but they continue to do the good work. Dropped short by Ashwant Waltapa. Uzair looking to pull that, and once again I think he played the shot a little too early. The ball holding in the pitch and the fielder has been found.
Yeah, it was a short delivery. An opportunity was created. Just couldn't get that elevation. And he's hit that straight into the throat of the fielder. Well, he's not going to drop that. A very safe fielder. Abu Dhabi in disarray. 7 down now. Uzair Khan scoring 8 in 5 deliveries with 1 maximum. 65 for 7. Right, then 65 for the loss of 7. Just when Abu Dhabi start getting the momentum, they lose a wicket. Fuller delivery placed perfectly in the gap and will be cut off before they will come back for a second.
Ibrahim Ahmed, the new man in, is another one of those who can certainly hold a bat. And Abu Dhabi will be hoping that he holds more than that. He holds the key here now alongside Abdullah Kayani. Fujairah have been brilliant. 112 runs, we thought it might not be enough given Abu Dhabi's batting lineup, but the bowlers done a fine job. Especially they got those early wickets of Ali Shan and Rohan Mustafa. Since then, it's been a real struggle.
Yeah, also to mention that first over by Ashwant, he bowled that very expensive over, gave away 20 runs, and they were off to an absolute flyer. What a comeback, what a turnaround to this game. Short delivery, not getting any connection whatsoever. Batsman looking for 2 and denied by his partner. And that will be the end of 6th over, 68 for 7. I think just the last 4 overs, 45 to win. This is very much possible from here on. But it's just that in that process, they've lost a lot of wickets. 6 overs and 7 wickets have got down. Shows the quality of Team Fujairah. They've been very disciplined with their bowling and have got those rewards.
Push downtown. Azharuddin Qureshi had a superb first over, picked up a couple of important wickets. That of Nadeem and Basil Hamid. In fact, it was Ali Abid and Basil Hamid. So 2 big wickets to your name. Now he's back to bowl his second over. Might as well do it while you still have that rhythm in place. I think if they can pick up 1 more wicket here, especially of Abdullah Kayani, then it will be curtains for Abu Dhabi, that's for sure. They had to do well, Fujairah. because they've lost 2 and they've delivered the goods this evening.
Good delivery. Just hitting it right back to the bowler. It was a short delivery and there was opportunity for Abdullah. Well, still these two batters are in the crease, so they have the opportunity. Still the match is very much alive.
Pulled away. That's in the gap. That should run away to the boundary. So finally breaking the shackles. Abdullah Kayani seen the length and he's gone very quickly onto the back foot and pulled that away.
Yeah, he's bowled that quicker and he just got into a very good position, rocking on the back foot and getting it into that gap and getting very important 4 runs. Well, 40 in 21 in a T10 game, it is very much possible. And these two batters, they have the capability to do so.
Good comeback. Azharuddin going fuller this time outside the off stump. It'll be a dot ball, but what a return this is. 2 for 8 in a T10. That's stuff of gold here from the SNC coach of UAE, Azharuddin Qureshi, leading the side today. Oh, this has taken the edge. Might go straight to the fielder. Goes straight to the fielder. And Abdullah Khayan is slimmer of hope with that boundary that he can maybe get his team over the line. Has been completely dashed with that catch.
Well, this is some very smart bowling and this is where the experience comes into play. You saw the batter just shuffling across, flighted that delivery and couldn't get any connection whatsoever. The process is lost his wicket, scoring just 6 in the 6 deliveries. Abu Dhabi 73 for 8. New man walks in is Qasim. He's got a lot of job to do from here onwards. 14-19. Well, this game is very much in the hands of Team Fujairah.
Yeah, Qasim needs to get on his car and start driving for Abu Dhabi. Well, with a shot like that, I don't think he even has a driving license.
Brilliant. What an excellent delivery that was. Just firing it towards the stumps and very good over picking up a crucial wicket. After 7, it's going to be 73 for 8.
Wahab Hassan taking a couple of brilliant catches in the field. Once again, this might just go to the hands. Oh, an effort, a one-handed effort by the fielder down at long on. But it seems like it has gone through his hands. You just need confirmation whether it has gone for a 4 or a 6. There you go. That's the confirmation. 4 off the first ball of Wahab Hassan's over.
Well, a much required boundary. The first ball Wahab has bowled. Not a very bad delivery. It's just that hoik towards that long on and got plenty of bat. And I think if he would have just been on the ropes, that would have been easily taken.
Yeah, picking that from outside off and hammering it towards long on. Didn't make the best of connections. Oh, there you go. He's bowled him. Nice and straight, looking to cut that away. I think there's a doubt here in the umpire's mind if that has been bowled or not. Might have another look, but let's see. Has it hit the stumps wicket straight or... Yeah, there you go. He's bowled. Qasim won't survive too long. Hit the nice looking shot, but after that, he's been bowled by Wahab Hassan. 9th wicket down for Abu Dhabi. The sun is setting on them. 78 for 9.
Oh, he slogged that towards mid-wicket. And just a single. Well, singles won't be enough from here onwards. And just the last wicket. And this game is very much in the hands of Fujairah. They've been excellent and clinical throughout the game.
Yeah, Zia is the last man for Abu Dhabi. His job is to go out and try and slog at everything. Maybe hope that something miraculously goes their way. But it's looking very, very tough out there. Fujairah have this game wrapped up. Nicely cut away. Ibrar Ahmed has looked good for the couple of shots that he's played, but unfortunately won't be able to do it all by himself. There's about 14 balls left in this game, but the problem is Abu Dhabi have lost too many wickets and they've lost at regular intervals.
Oh, missed out on an opportunity. It was full, it was wide. Width was provided and not getting any connection whatsoever once again by Ibrar.
Going through the motions now, that's for sure. Abu Dhabi far, far away from trying and winning this one. Fujairah will be mighty pleased by the way they've gone about this game. Put runs on the board. I would have thought they're a few runs short, but I think the bowling has been fantastic, especially the way they came back after getting hit for a few in the first couple of overs. 8 overs done, 80 for 9.
Matiullah to bowl the penultimate over. He was brilliant once again, picking up those crucial early wickets and brought his team into the game early. Well, what a terrific over he bowled, and once again he'll be bowling to Ibrar.
Matiullah is one of the finest bowlers found here in the domestic circuit in recent times. Has played some of the big leagues as well, so he knows exactly what's required in moments like this, in tournaments like this. Highly rated, and he's done well today. 2 for 7 in a T10 is superb returns. He's here now to close things off and get Fujairah across the line quite comfortably. Commanding victory this is turning out to be.
Well, absolutely, and a very much required one. Team Abu Dhabi, they're very strong in it, and the moment they started their innings, it was Rohan and Ali Shan. Oh, look at that. Just drifting towards the pads. Not a very good ball by Matiullah, and very unlike him. He was bowling in those right channels, but just drifting towards the leg.
Yeah, not the best of lines to be bowling with the fine leg up in the circle. But Ibrar here has an opportunity to prove to his team management that he can play a few shots, maybe try and make a case for himself. He's got about, 10 balls to go?
Yeah, he's got that free hand now, that license. We'll have a look at that again. Just an easy hit-me delivery and just using the pace of Matiullah. Once again, just flicking it nicely, and a single has been denied here.
Yeah, he wants to keep strike, try and get as many as possible. Mathematically, not impossible, 29 of 9, but it would take some serious optimism to hope that Abu Dhabi can go on and clinch this, unless Fujairah bowled absolutely rubbish from here on. And this is certainly 2 points guaranteed for the men in orange. Much needed ones, that's for sure.
Oh, once again, just drifting towards those pads. Not required at the moment. Just need to keep the basics right here. Ball wicket to wicket. You're in a very good position. 28. And you're bowling to the tail.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to go back to the basics. Outside off, on that off stump line. What happens is, and I can imagine what's running on Matiullah's mind, there's 1 wicket remaining. I've got 2. Let me try and make it 3. Perfect opportunity. Not a top order batter on crease. So this is my chance to maybe improve my figures a little bit. Although they are already very good.
Oh, that just hurried on to the batter. What an excellent delivery, Matiullah. He's still generating that pace way into the penultimate over, and he's had a very good night here once again. We've seen in the previous games he's bowled well, and today he has picked up those very crucial wickets early in the game.
The lights have come on here in Ajman, looking beautiful as always. The 7 District Malek Stadium, the host of this D10 tournament, has been brilliant facilities. Enjoyed ourselves, not just the players who played the game, but us also who are calling the game in this tournament. Yorker length, driven nicely, should be cut off. And eventually Ibrar will get the single. Let Zia take strike for the last ball of the penultimate over.
Yeah, and now he's just taken that single, and Zia will have a free license to go big on this delivery. Might as well just get a maximum on this delivery and get back Ibrar back on strike, and maybe he could just be the hero of the night. We know he can strike a few. It's not going to be easy from here onwards. Oh, trying for the ramp. Oh, what a brilliant effort by the fielder. Just not grabbing it. So are they looking for to mix up? He's thrown it to the wrong end. And now he's had a shy, but the batter is comfortably in. So that will be the end of the 9th over. Abu Dhabi are 87 for 9.
Well, it's well past 7 p.m. here in Ajman, and we're all set for the last over of this second game of today here in the fan code Emirates D10 2024, powered by 7 Districts. It's been nothing short of entertainment in the last 3 or 4 days that we've had of this tournament. Sabir, beg your pardon, to bowl the last over. Looking for a big shot, Ibrar. Playing and missing.
Well, that was a wild swing. He just wanted to hit that into the next ground, not getting any connection whatsoever. Yeah, the match is now very much slipped out of Team Abu Dhabi's hand. They've been brilliant in their bowling department, but it's just that batting, they didn't click today. And credit needs to be given to the captain of Fujairah. He's been brilliant when it comes to the rotation of bowlers.
Yeah, Azharuddin obviously has been around for a long time. He knows a lot of these domestic players. Leading this side in the absence of Zahoor Khan. Oh, this has gone up. This has gone really high. The keeper can watch it sail into the fine leg boundary. For a moment, I thought it was getting under him, but the edge was thick enough for it to go all the way.
Well, that was miles in the air, and it was just one bounce boundary. It was a good delivery, just waiting his space and trying to hoik that towards the mid-wicket region, rather getting a thick outside edge. And the ball has trickled away to the boundary, but that's not going to help the cause. 21 more required in 4. They'll need 4 maximums from here onwards.
3 maximums and maybe a 3 or a couple of runs to have a super over. Nicely hit, standing and pushing it. And that'll be a single. Now, mathematically, unless, of course, Sabir decides to prolong things by bowling a no ball, I think this game is pretty much done and dusted. Fujairah, they've played well. I think they've deserved this. The batting was good, the bowling even better.
Yeah, this is terrific stuff here from Team Fujairah. What a great comeback game they're having here. They lost a couple of games before, but have come back really strong, and the bowling unit has come all together, and they're on the verge of winning this game.
Shorter in length to Ibrar on that occasion. In fact, it's Zia who's on strike right now because they took the single. And that's what it is about this format in these leagues. Yes, you can't always be dominating. You look at Abu Dhabi, played 2, won 2. You look at Fujairah, played 2, lost 2. But now Fujairah, being the bottom of the table, have beaten the top of the table league. We've seen it in all the leagues. We've seen it in the IPL. Teams that were down and out like RCB are now today playing the eliminator. Teams that were right on top like CSK didn't even qualify for the playoffs. So that is what this short format brings.
Yeah, spot on there, Samir. Oh, he's knocked him over. It was full, it was straight. And he's won this game for his side.
Well, Zia, he advertised yesterday in the papers that I'm going to play that shot. Sabir read those newspapers this morning and said, I'm going to hit the stumps. He gets another wicket to his name. And Abu Dhabi are all out for just 93 runs. A dominant performance from Fujairah. They made 112 runs with the bat. A good performance, but their bowling and their fielding, more importantly, the catching was fantastic. And they win the game by 19 runs. A much needed win. And Abu Dhabi lose their first game of the tournament.
Well, they've been simply magnificent, has been Team Fujairah. At one point, it looked like Abu Dhabi, they were running away with the show. 20 runs in that first over, but then Fujairah, hats off to them. They've made an excellent comeback and have clinched a thrilling victory here. Well, this will give a lot of confidence coming into the next games. Handshakes all around. You can clearly see a jubilant camp.
Yeah, they've got a good mix of youth and experience for Fujairah, and I think that has worked for them for the first time. They finally seem to be getting their combinations right. Azharuddin Qureshi, they're leading from the front quite rightly, bowled brilliantly tonight. And I think he seems to have finally figured out the way he wants to go about things in this tournament. He did say today that it's an important game and they have to get that win, and he's gone on to do that. Abu Dhabi, though, will have to go back to the drawing board, see where they went wrong, and get back to winning ways as soon as possible. This was how Abu Dhabi went about chasing that 112. Ali Shan Sharafu and Ron Mustafa, destructive opening pair. They couldn't do much today. Both were dismissed quite cheaply. Ali Shan, as always, with a brilliant strike rate, 17 off 6. And Ron Mustafa, 7 off 3. Nadeem and Kamran then combined, couldn't really get going. Every batter after that came. Ali, Basil Hamid, Uzair Khan, Abdullah Kayani, none of them being able to even get to double figures. I think Basil Hamid has had an off day today. Runs while bowling, and then couldn't even make a single run today. So one of those off days for the big all-rounder. Ibrahim Ahmed, well, he was out there in the end. By the time he was out, the match was done and dusted, and Fujairah had it well within their control. So very well bowled by Fujairah.
Well, let's have a look how the bowling card has panned out. Ashwanta Waltapa, he picked up that one wicket, went for plenty. And Matiullah, well, he was the pick of the bowlers, gave 15 runs and just gave away 15 and picked up 2 wickets. Sabir Ali, well, he finished the game in style, picked up that last wicket. And then Wahab also chipping up with 1. But then Azharuddin Qureshi leading from the front. Have a look at those figures. Couple of overs bowled, 7 dot deliveries in a T10 game. Excellent. Gave away just 8 runs and picked up 3 very important wickets. Extras, they've given plenty of them. Well, they can work on it. 13 extras in total.
Abu Dhabi, they had to chase 113. Out came 2 rock stars of UAE cricket, Ron Mustafa and Ali Shan Sharafu, and Ashwant Waltappa opening the bowling, went for plenty. Both these batters really lashed out at him. Matiullah Khan, well, he had different plans. Yes, he did get hit early on, but he came back to get the wicket of Ron Mustafa. Superb catch. And I think that was one of the things that Fujairah did really well. They bowled quite nicely, took their catches even better. That was one of the best of the lot. Wahab Hassan is the finest fielders that I've seen in recent times here in UAE. Unfortunately for Abu Dhabi, the wickets just kept tumbling. This was an unfortunate way of getting out for Kamran Atta down the leg side. There was a few times that happened. Nadeem playing that shot. It was Ali Abid first of all. Look at that. That was a drop catch by Mayank Chaudhary at long off. Ali Abid wanted to come back for the second, and eventually the wicket did fall, although it was Nadeem who played the shot. And then Nadeem looking to accelerate, went for a big shot, caught down by Basil Hamid at long on. And Azharuddin Qureshi's 1 over with 2 wickets. This was the one that changed the game completely in the favour of Fujairah. Ashwant Waltappa then came back to bowl his second over, a good second over. Got the wicket of Uzair Khan down at mid-wicket there, good catch again. Matiullah Khan in the action. Then Azharuddin Qureshi's second over went for 1 boundary, but he again picked up his 3rd wicket. The leading edge of the bat of Abdullah Kayani, and another simple catch on that occasion. Wahab Hassan then bowled his second over, a boundary hit by Qasim before he was bowled nice and straight. That's the one. Looking to make room for himself. And then Matiullah Khan finishing things off. Conceded a couple of boundaries, but they won't mind that whatsoever. That was the last wicket to fall. At Zia looking to play that ramp shot, completely exposing his stumps and getting bowled out. For Abu Dhabi to get bowled out, they were put into bat first. Fujairah, Abu Dhabi winning the toss and choosing to bowl. Fujairah did well. 38 of 23 for Afaq. Tanish Shuri with a brilliant knock at the top. 34 of 13. And Adib Usmani converting with 15. 112 for 4. Uzair Khan, the pick of the bowlers for them. 2 for 18. Zia Mukhtar, 1 for 8. And Rohan Mustafa, as always, economical and picking the wickets. In reply, Abu Dhabi never really got going. There were phases in which their batters dominated. But other than that, it was all about Fujairah's controlled spin and pace, where they picked up wickets regularly. Azharuddin Qureshi with 3 of them. Matiullah Khan with a couple and Sabir Ali with a couple as well. An all-round dominant performance by the men in orange, allowing them to win the game by 19 runs. Right then, we've got Faizan Khan down there for the post-match presentation. It's down to him.
Welcome to the post-match presentation of match number 10. It was Fujairah versus Abu Dhabi, and eventually Fujairah have been victorious. Finally, they've broken through the deadlock that they were in the previous 2 games. Well, this is the post-match presentation. In the presentation party, I have with me our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali, who's going to hand it over for the performance of the day. But before that, there were some very notable performances in this game, especially from Fujairah. Tanish Suri, the way he blasted the bowlers during that first phase was absolute gem of an innings coming in from him. Apart from that, there was Uzair Khan from the bowling unit, took 2 wickets and gave away just 18 runs. Matiullah from Fujairah bowled really well, 2 overs, 15 runs for 2 wickets. But the player of the match for his 3 wickets is the stand-in captain for Fujairah. It's Mr. Azharuddin Qureshi, who's going to take it up from our match referee, Mr. Iftikhar Ali. A well-deserved performance, a well-deserved victory, in fact, for Fujairah coming in this tournament. You've broken through the deadlock finally, Azhar. It's good to see you back.
Yes, I mean, it's too much of pressure being a stand-in captain. I mean, sometimes I just get in a block, how to do the field setting and whom to give the bowling. Not used to it, yeah, maybe for that. But yeah, whatever I planned today, it came off, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Everything was working in your favor. In fact, even the total was looking pretty good under the sun, wasn't it?
Yeah, totally. I mean, looking at the match we played, it was in a day game, so there was no due situation. And even though we lost the toss, but we wanted to bat first, as I said in the toss time. So yeah, we wanted to put anything beyond 100. So we thought that we have a good bowling side, and Matiullah has been bowling his heart out. So maybe, yeah, this man of the match can go to him.
Azhar, we were thinking about it and we were talking about it during the commentary as well. How about the transition from D50, because you were victorious there? So that transition, is that a problem, or how's it come along in the D10 format?
Yeah, see, coming from the D50-50 or game and winning there, and there was always expectation from the other people, and then losing in the first 2 games, it's just because that the players in the D50 had gone away. Few players, and then we have a few new players, then the combination and gelling together, it is taking time, and then we are not getting time to go away from the cricket for a time, just for a bit. Also, it's everyday game, so we have to come every day and then keep playing the games, so it takes time. Sorry, the good thing is that we have a 12 games, so we are coming back. That first 2 games we played a brilliant cricket, but then it's only the fielding here and there. Today we took all the catches and the results have in our favor.
Good to see you guys bounce back. All the very best for the remainder of the tournament, Azhar.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yes.
Well, that was Azharuddin Qureshi. He is the player of the match in this game, who actually dedicated it to Matiullah, his bowler, who took 2 wickets as well. This is it from the presentation party. We have another match lined up. Up next, it's going to be Emirates Blues versus Sharjah, and that is coming up next in just a bit. Stay tuned.